Minnesota's leading scorer with 19, but obviously, Michael, the turnover's a little bit of a problem for OKC in the first half. Shea, aggressive, gonna go right to the line and have a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Gonna want to keep that ball moving around the perimeter. Shea with the step back, straight away three. They get 21 points in the third quarter. And it's Minnesota's turn to cough it up. Here is Shea around Anderson, puts the shot in, and we are tied at 88. As both teams put up a ton of points, it was the Thunder that was the more composed team down the stretch. Sent Minnesota the loss. The only loss that Minnesota had after leading going into the fourth quarter. There is Shea. So next stoppage, he's waiting at the scorer's table. Shea puts his head down, then puts the brakes on, pulls up, and gets that friendly bounce. As Shea puts his head down on McDaniels and then shows the touch again. Thunder just had their way in the first half. Shea, oh, he sticks to mid-range. Got a shot slammed on the brakes, pulled up, had nothing but space.
That 20-point mark.
Thunder shot it so well. Now Shea goes inside, just knifing his way right through the Washington defense for the reverse. Hachimura's got 7. Shea once again slams on the brakes and fades away. Allows him to get that shot off. Shea was giving him a little 90s forearm for that. And Shea then spins into that little fadeaway sweep move.
It's been fun to watch so far this season. That's something fun there, too.
Another block from SGA, this time on a Hachimura. Sidestep to the cup, and he'll finish it off on the other end. That's the kind of two-way action, Michael, we've been seeing from SGA. No open looks or any kind of shooting pockets for Washington.
He's already got a block.
Shea gonna have an open lane for the rim rocker and the easy slam. And all he did was take a little screen and the step back, which is what makes him so lethal. Shea is going to get the hop off the front of the rim. It is college ball at UCLA. Shea stops on a dime, he'll fade, and there's another deuce for SGA. With 3 threes in the first quarter, Shea with time. Got across the timeline, veers in, left-handed layup, beats the clock with 0.4 seconds.
Not just the 4 overtime, they've been in a lot of close games this season, so they're trial tested here. 2-2 in overtime. But that man right there leads the NBA in clutch points. Thrown out of the game, but Shea Gilgeous trying to work his magic in the paint and makes it work. Well, how about that slippery move? That's Kevin McHale's slippery eel right there.
Watched by Noel, 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up from the free throw line, and he is ridiculous. So here are the minutes without Naz Reid, and no Gobert, and so it's slow-mo playing the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander, the pull-up at the free throw line.
Such a good mid-range jump shooter.
Kokashevsky. Oh, he's blocked. Anderson turns it over. Gilgeous-Alexander cashes the tray. Tough sequence there off the block. Gilgeous-Alexander driving on Noel. Time trickling off the clock, and he scores. 26 points for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Great defense from Anderson there. Gilgeous-Alexander, the pull-up. Oh, my goodness. Anderson did a great job not falling for the pump, but that was a rainbow bucket from SGA. Now it's Cat. Try the fadeaway on the double team. Finch didn't like that look.
Yeah, just a tough mid-range shot that was contested.
Yeah, they're going to talk that over.
He was an innovator in that he played that draw and kick game back in the early 90s. Spread the floor, shoot threes.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the finish in the paint. 12-point ball game. Gilgeous-Alexander sidelined for a month with the knee injury. Seeing his first NBA action.
He comes into the game, knocks down the shot.
And Minnesota get a stop. Gilgeous-Alexander, the step back is good. Under 90 seconds to go in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander again. Slash tickets. Gilgeous-Alexander, no, but he follows it and puts it through. approaching a double-double in the first half. Muscala for three. No. Rebound Gilgeous-Alexander. Another offensive board for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander, nice move. That's what he does.
34, OKC took Jalen Williams out of Arkansas. Now, these rookies may be new to the organization, but Coach Dagnall told us that these guys came into training camp.
24 points in 23 minutes. And the big lead as Gilgeous-Alexander gets inside. Bodies all over the floor. Chris Finch thought there should have been a charge. Bear missed a couple of free throws. Gilgeous-Alexander finds some room. Jump shot is good. 8 points here in the first half. Now he's guarding Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets near the paint. Jump shot is good.
You got to be smarter though. That was the time that he could have got called for a charge.
That's a charge.
Gilgeous-Alexander left open. Nice mid-range jumper.
SGA fading and hitting. He's got 5 fouls. You still want him guarding SGA?
You got to play if you don't think about how many fouls you have. You have to play aggressive.
And SGA goes right at him and scores. Giddey gives it to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. His step back three. Oh, he hits! Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Can't do any wrong tonight, CM.
Cannot. Kristaps Porzingis has just been a man amongst boys in the last couple of games. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you already know. SGA attacking Porzingis. Bradley Beal scored all 10 of his points in that first quarter. SGA is being guarded by Kispert. So defensively, you know he's getting into the paint as he does it again and gets a creative circus shot to go. How do you stop it? Beal still has not scored since the first quarter. SGA step back three. Wow. Good. And the Oklahoma City Thunder have come back to take a 1-point lead. They're now putting Goodwin on SGA to try to turn his water off. No foul called. SGA with 2 more. He now has 31.
Elbows and boxes, and then I think the recipe is more threes versus turnovers for the Wizards. When they make more threes and have less turnovers, with the allocation of ball movement mixed with the willingness to pass the ball, it's beautiful.
Creative move by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the hoop and the arm.
The Polish hammer.
Marcin Gortat is back. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander 2 for safety.
You see on the company that he's involved with Giannis and Zion. I mean, those are the other 2 guys that can finish at the rim at that rate.
19 of 38 on threes. Something else. Gilgeous-Alexander. And when he doesn't get fouled, he still can hit that beautiful mid-range. They backed off a Poole. Kuminga attacking Giddey, and Giddey with the quick hands took it away from him. He's a better defender than you think. And Giddey's 6th pick in the draft. Kuminga the 7th pick in the draft. Taken right after him. Left him open. Gilgeous-Alexander again to the mid-range. He's got 8 already on 4 of 6 shooting.
When these guys recognize,
Speaking of green lights, that's the first.
Yes. I told you, when you hit 3 in a row, it's the basketball hooper's rule. You can take any shot you want.
How about that? Gilgeous-Alexander with the finger roll.
Makes plays and using his physicality to finish. And oh, goodness.
Look at that pirouette and score another 30-point game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Averages 31 on the season.
Evan Porter Jr. is so good at catch and shoot opportunities, and you'll love to see anytime Jalen Green can be the playmaker.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander back in after his hot first quarter with 13.
Efficient basketball, not just getting shots or buckets, he's efficient.
1 on 2, the bucket plus the foul. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Knocking down a 3 early in this game. He was so good last night. With the Rockets in a decent rhythm here.
Yeah, they had a good start. They were up 9-2 last night as well, I think. Before that one ends up going through for OKC.
You know, baseline drive, baseline drift, and there's going to be an open 3 for him next time as well as he shoots.
There goes Gilgeous-Alexander out stretching with the left hand. Basketballs as the Rockets are, as they're 2 teams amongst the league leaders. Smith almost got one there. This OKC team plays in the paint more than any team in the league. They didn't play in the paint there, but that's a 3 for Gilgeous-Alexander. Man thought about it. Now to Gilgeous-Alexander in on Smith. improvisation there, and it worked. He's got 9 in the quarter.
At Florida, I actually coached him at the NBA, the NBA Top 100 camp by Coach Lucas. He was on my team. He said, Coach, I don't do that defense stuff. He was young. He said, I score, man.
Oh, wow, that's tough.
Alexander. Incredible.
I mean, that pass, and it was under control. He wasn't guessing, and you see SGA doing what he does best. Activity that you just saw.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Jason Nick's got his hand so.
Can't score it. It rolls away. Off the rim to Gilgeous-Alexander. He wants to drive it. He does. He lays it up. He lays it in. He has 8. 5 seconds to play in the half. Gilgeous-Alexander to the basket. Got it blocked. Gets it back. Scores it and draws a foul.
Bogdanovich's first field goal of this game.
Gilgeous-Alexander sends it and scores it on the other end.
Nice work on the glass. It's everybody's responsibility, especially when you're a bit short-handed down there.
Fighting his way to the lane. And Luke ends Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander stops and fires. Fills it up. That's not in the paint, but that's 2 more in the scorebook.
OKC, both of them paid a price. Williams.
We're tied at 21. Gilgeous-Alexander with a shot. Hits it and draws another foul. Special meaning. Killian got 1. OKC by 5. Little leaning Glasser goes.
That's just good defense. Not allowing him to get that ball inside to Valanciunas.
Boy, tough shot. Shea putting his head down, bounces off the body of Daniels.
Inside of 9 to play. Back to a 9-point game.
See, that's what I mean. He is so shifty and has so much wiggle in his game. It's a good job of Robinson Earl rotating off of Billy Hernangomez and then challenging that shot without fouling.
Gilgeous-Alexander for the easy one. Once he broke it down out front. And you don't have a foul to give. Gilgeous-Alexander, oh brother. The 27-year-old who was not drafted, now in his 5th year out at TCU, can convert on the 3-point play. Gilgeous-Alexander, and he'll get, no he won't, but he'll tap it home.
Ingram drives, pulls back, drives again. Lost the handle, picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Into the paint, around, bank shot is good, and we're tied again.
They'd want to get a 2-for-1 if they could.
Gilgeous-Alexander drives, gets inside, the floater is good. Oh, what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. Willie Green played 12 years in the league. Gilgeous-Alexander drives, banks it home, and a foul. And he's going to shoot his first free throw of the game. There's Gilgeous-Alexander. McCollum staying with him, spins, gets inside, left-handed off the glass. Oh, what a sweet move.
I'm glad they didn't call it.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds some room. That's where he operates, and that rolls in.
You see his eyes open up. Anybody not named Lou Dort defending him.
Oh, beautiful move inside. Now Gilgeous-Alexander getting wherever he wants. Gilgeous-Alexander finds some room. Layup this time is good. OKC shooting 52% from the field here in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander the move. The drive. Shot is good. Just enough English.
They don't have great size on this Oklahoma City team. Gilgeous-Alexander knocks in another one.
That's a heck of a move.
Gilgeous-Alexander gets another one.
See, he's just getting down to about 10 feet. That's all he wants.
Baisley's probably the better rebounder. Now Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Porter trying to hang with him. And that's a hell of a play. Nikola Jokic with 11 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. His second triple-double as Gilgeous-Alexander rolls home. Gilgeous-Alexander trying to back in against Brown.
That's a good shot. See, that's good defense, good challenge, and that's just a scoring machine.
correct. His 5 team fouls. Jokic is looking for an offensive foul, but he's not going to get it.
I was just called another.
My son just got to go out there with Rocky throwing football. It was great. 5 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander. Bruce Brown is on him. And that's a nice move by Gilgeous-Alexander. Might have been able to take the baseline there. Now Bones in the lane. Floated up. No. Brown pokes it out. Gilgeous-Alexander rolls it home. And Gilgeous-Alexander drops one in.
What great defensive plays we're seeing from Zeke Naji, getting up sky high to block shots.
This is something that we haven't seen a whole lot of, as Gilgeous-Alexander maneuvering inside for the bucket and a foul. Since 12-8.
That's money from Murray, too, anytime you can get in that low post. He's masterful down there.
Murray's got 14 here in the first half as Gilgeous-Alexander just so-so on the road, 8 and 15. Now Gilgeous-Alexander working on Murray. The fall away is good. Someone said on a podcast today that I listened to, Katie, that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, here comes Josh Giddey with 8 points so far. Gilgeous-Alexander on the dribble drive. In the lane, got it, despite being surrounded by 2 Nuggets. Underneath, and the ball intercepted by Kenrich Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander on the run. Inside, put it up and in.
It's a make or miss league, Ian.
It's been that kind of night.
Joe Harris missing open shots, and Lou Dort is 4 for 6.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a closer. Gilgeous-Alexander taking their time, 10 to shoot. SGA, step back, that's tough. Really tough. When you don't even get a shot off in the half court. Gilgeous-Alexander drags the defender and scores from the outside. Watanabe had to respect the driving abilities.
Got to see the ball.
Mavs are up by 11. Gilgeous-Alexander around the defense and slithers to the cup to score.
Man, it's like a snake.
Looking for 40 points. He's got it. He scored 35 or more 8 times this year, including twice against Dallas, and he just stole it and slammed it. Wow. 47.9. There's 42, tying his season high.
Spencer doing a good job finding him.
Not a hint of iron on that jumper.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, not a hint of iron on that jumper either.
Because he takes quite a few threes.
Second offensive foul of the quarter on the Mavs. Now it's Gilgeous-Alexander, and that's a 3-point play opportunity for him. Isaiah Joe, the rebound.
Oh.
Down the lane. Shai.
Oh, my goodness.
That is ridiculous.
Hard to believe that's his first basket.
That is his first basket. Yeah. Double of free throws.
That's it.
And 9 of 15 from the floor.
That's spectacular.
Man, that was a ferocious dunk.
That's a confident shooter.
Yep.
He missed 3.
Foul and score. You know what shooters do, Hart?
Shoot.
There you go.
Why wouldn't they? Especially a guy like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Now the Euro step and a scoop to the hoop by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So smooth. I mean, silky smooth. Yeah, it stuck around, so it had to be soft. Shai coming right back at you.
Man, lightning quick.
Yes, he is.
Dances on the rim of the backboard, and Dort fends off Luka for a rebound.
Everybody's struggling from the perimeter. Shai again on the inside.
Finish.
And you got to keep this guy out of the lane if you can.
And Luka with 5 fouls. Finally, Gilgeous-Alexander got around him.
Thunder still want to execute here with 4:40 left. Shai spinning, still got it up and hits the rim 4 times.
Right on line for sure.
Another quick basket. Timeout Dallas. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the slam dunk.
Couldn't get the bucket.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds a cutter at the basket. And it's blocked by Finney-Smith, but Gilgeous-Alexander got it back and scores high off the glass. A three from the corner. It's no good. There's a loose rebound. It's tipped all the way out to the center court jump circle where Gilgeous-Alexander has it again. He drives, he stops, he shoots, he scores. 3-point game.
Throughout the years since Luka's been here.
To use a corporate America buzzword, Luka and Dwight have synergy.
27 years old. Bishopwood waved 4 times. Shai's going to spin right into that and one.
With multiple made threes in this game. OKC in front on the shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That looked like a guy going through an obstacle course, man.
It was something else to look at. Oh, and so is that. That is a finish with the giant killer over Powell.
Can do all of that, stretching out the going on, and still be okay.
Gilgeous-Alexander, another basket.
He's so comfortable in the paint.
That's a tack on Kenrich Williams.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Hampton, the defender. Turnaround fadeaway jumper, a rainmaker by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Specifically in front of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they want to see multiple contests, not just the first one, and they don't want to foul him.
Yeah, well,
Three-point shooter. Thunder lighting it up from three-point range. And Gilgeous-Alexander, that's the other part of it. Gilgeous-Alexander's threat inside as he lays it in.
On Beverly's baseline drive.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander pulls the cord, knocks down the jumper. Westbrook, Gilgeous-Alexander, little turnaround. Oh, spicy. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the King. Gilgeous-Alexander with the left hand lays it in.
Pretty good defender, great cutter.
He draws the Gilgeous-Alexander call right here. Gilgeous-Alexander gets a friendly bounce.
Gilgeous-Alexander, the spin, the drive, the finish. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls up in the paint and scores.
Knicks dropping back. 3 guys are back and no one contesting. Oh, now he redeems himself.
Randall left his feet. Gilgeous-Alexander gets inside. Count it and one. Cam Reddish. Oh, dribbled into traffic that time. Gilgeous-Alexander swipes it, drives, and finishes. This kid is putting on a clinic. He's played in 2 first rounds. They've lost both, but he's been injured. He had that plantar fasciitis. Last year he missed a lot of games with an ankle injury. And now he's just having his way. He's getting to wherever he wants to go. 5 on the 24. Gilgeous-Alexander fires up a 3. That's good. They have 58 points with 5.5 to go in the second, and their leading scorer has only 6.
That's his favorite move right there, folks.
And their leading scorer has only 9.
Ball back, baby.
Eventful first half.
Knicks haven't fouled to give. This is a rare occasion. Normally they're in the penalty.
And Barrett went for the fake.
And the continuation.
And that's going to be on Barrett, so count it and one.
Rose dishing and switching previously a splendid pass to Sims with the alley-oop.
And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. Smooth moves using the left hand. Trey Mann is in there for OKC as well. As Gilgeous-Alexander pulls up in the paint and scores yet again.
Yeah, he's 6'6", shooting over the 6'2" Rose, no problem.
Shai trying to go one-on-one over De'Aaron Fox. And I tell you, and he gives the 2 small. As Harrison Barnes gets the rebound. Shai with the steal in transition. Don't want to foul here. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Knew at some point it was going to start to self-correct back in their favor. And Harrison Barnes, who's shooting the 3 so well as of late, knocks it down.
Fox harassing Giddey. Little stutter step drive spin for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's heating up back-to-back buckets. Fox with the defense. These 2 guys go against each other each summer in Lexington as Gilgeous-Alexander in the Western Conference. He should garner some MVP votes. I know he won't get it, but
whether it was a hard one or not, It was certainly sold, and it was a foul.
Oh, Shai Gilgeous for the All-Star starters. 25% player voting and 25% media voting. Has Shai, oh my gosh.
That ain't right.
Yeah. Shot clock down to 5. Alexander, ooh, rattles home a deep 2. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. HB on the defense. Shai getting to a spot, rattles one home, and he's got 13.
2 defenders trying to keep him out of the paint.
Oh my gosh.
It is raining threes right now.
Unbelievable. What about this pace so far, Katie?
I mean, both these teams are in the top 10. Kings come in at 6 today. They're usually in the top 5, and OKC is second. And you see right there, Shai getting to a sweet spot, a little mid-range jump.
Isaiah Joe checking in for OKC. Here's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't take a lot of them, but he can knock them down.
SGA goes back to work against Ojai. You don't want to give SGA too many opportunities. 76-74, drives inside, up and around. Ojai Abaji.
He's just too good.
2.5 to play in the third. That's what he does, T. It's just amazing through traffic.
Told you had it down.
Ball bounces right back to Gilgeous-Alexander. You give him a second opportunity and he'll make you pay. Tied now. 4 points in the quarter. KO's played well against the Thunder this year. 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 57% from 3.
Just getting in that paint, led by SGA, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Speaking of SGA drives, and he is ranked #1 in the NBA in drives.
Are Highsmith and Orlando Robinson, so not a ton of choices for Eric Spoelstra.
Oh, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gives the Thunder the lead. Shot clock down to 6. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Oladipo's right with him. Oh, a tough shot. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a big-time score.
I figured, look, if they can make me look good on the SVG POV cartoon, right, they should be able to make me sound good by giving me a good nickname for Jimmy Butler.
Gilgeous-Alexander trying to get to the basket, pulls up once again. So that seems to be open the last couple of possessions.
26th in the league, and yet Oklahoma City just keeps fouling.
And they're perfect as Gilgeous-Alexander. Beautiful finish and a foul. Orlando Robinson is out with 3 fouls. So he sits the remainder of this second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out. 3-pointer is good. A little bit unorthodox shot, but it goes down.
Almost got his own rebound there.
Not sure if I like that shot, Nick, that last time.
Yeah, A.J. Griffin really had nowhere to go.
Just misses. He's...
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he loves contact, and he's...
So, Nick, what we've seen is that Trey get a chance to be able to go uncontested down for that runner. How important is it for him to be able to have... Oh, you see a nice little move by SGA for the spin and the dunk.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trying to do a little too much.
SGA beat 3 defenders. Gets the 2 points there.
Again, Oklahoma City off in transition. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the penetration and the bucket.
Hey, you know what? That was great defense by Clint Capella.
It's always good to get him started off early.
Yeah, and what you want to do with him, you want to try to get him in position where he's getting easier shots where you don't have to try to create it.
Do you feel like sometimes that Jalen may want to defer to some of the guys in Trey and DJ Murray?
And that's good, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you punish them little guys for switching.
Another basket, 30-plus points quarters. You know, right now you look at less than 3 minutes left to go. OKC down already, as you said, another basket by SGA.
Gilgeous-Alexander gets to the free throw line where he encounters Dylan Brooks. Fade away over Dylan, and that's just a tough shot over really good defense. Gilgeous-Alexander with 18.
Where people start comparing you and say, you know what, you're like Ja. Yeah. That's what it's going to become.
For sure. Gilgeous-Alexander in the paint.
Knocking on the door, though, of a triple-double partner.
Yep.
1 assist, 4 rebounds, shy of it.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a step-back gun that goes. Gilgeous-Alexander in double figures with 10.
He starts it off, and Desmond Bain had this season been doing a good job of finishing games.
Gilgeous-Alexander rings the bell. Gilgeous-Alexander, 4th in the league, averaging 32 a game.
SGA pushes the pace, hangs with it, and scores. SGA high off the window, and that got that arm up around the shoulder area, so OKC holds. Gilgeous-Alexander with a quick layup. Early on here in the third quarter. Good to have you with us. Matt Weiner, Grant Hill, Dennis Scott on the sideline for the Thunder and the Celtics. SGA, step back, pure. And that's 17 now for Jason Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander goes to the right hand from the left side. Clever move for SGA. Smart makes it a 13-point game.
And Smart may need to do more of that. Be efficient getting to the paint.
White was looking for a foul. Sidestep for Tatum and taken away by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Going after Brown, and he'll finish.
That kind of play, that positionless basketball, skilled, athletic, long, and certainly high energy to be on this Thunder ball club.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander over the top of Smart and got it. Brown tried to get it over Pokashevsky, could not. He got a fingertip on it. SGA finishes with the left. 28-21, OKC on top. Step through from Gilgeous-Alexander. Great footwork.
Keep grinding, long way to go.
Yep, keep grinding, keep chipping away,
Gilgeous-Alexander with a tough shot.
That's a tough shot. That's a heck of a move by Alexander. Getting that shot off in rhythm over Allen.
Dort got decked. Garland, I beg your pardon, firing the 3. He's 2 of 5 here in this first half. Gilgeous-Alexander back in the ball game, probably zigzags to the paint. Baisley deals back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Isaiah Joe, the former Sixer, has checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander, a tough shot as he works through Neto. Banks and scores, and now he'll limp back up the floor.
Dropped him out of the Raptors like Spider-Man. Boom, yeah.
Robin Lopez has checked in as Gilgeous-Alexander muscles his way to the basket.
Shot fake, steps in, jumper. That shot fake is really smooth for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's so slow.
To Levine, top side 3. Oh, it rimmed every part of the iron and tipped out. SGA, the blow by in the jam.
I mean, this team competes. You know, this team plays hard.
Ooh, nice crossover by SGA to the rim, challenging Vucevic. Just go, you can handle the basketball.
Yes.
Now he's matched up with Shai. Tough fading jumper for, I agree with you, a guy who should be a first-time All-Star this year, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here is Gilgeous-Alexander with a very tough drive.
That was a strong move by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Particularly from Shai. He's got himself another steal. Another game with a steal and a block for him. The 21st time this year. Can't forget about the defense that he's done. There's a little jab step back right over Vucevic. Pretty shot from SGA.
Quick rip through.
Step back. SGA.
He's going to keep firing it up. He's going to.
By the way, has 5 3-point makes. So 5 for Javon and 5 for Grayson.
There's your guy again. You talked about your marveling at his ability to get in the paint, get that shot off. You know, and so my point is that he needs a break. He needs to regenerate. That he's played so hard these first 8 games, played so exceptionally well. He's played more minutes, 33.5 that he's. So Javon Carter gets to start on SGA initially.
That's what he does. Gilgeous-Alexander, mid-range, that is his comfort zone.
We get to 3 seconds. Either or.
He's got 4 points here tonight. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they count the 2. He just barely beats the buzzer.
Thunder holding on to that 3-point lead with under 5.5 to play.
What a move by Gilgeous-Alexander. Chauncey Billups going to take timeout.
Got to keep an eye on Isaiah, or I'm sorry, Joe's out of the game. The other shooters, Williams, Gilgeous-Alexander for starters.
Jeremy's cut off. Now he circles around. No whistle again as Jeremy hits the deck one more time. Now Gilgeous-Alexander gets the finger roll on the other end. He's got 26.
Ball's just not going in for him.
Dame from way downtown, in and out. Rebound went through the hands of Eubanks, and the Thunder will take it back.
You can see that last time the defense made the adjustment, they laid back with the big and opened up that shot for Dame. He checked off of that, looked to the left a little bit, went back to the look to Jeremy, and then made the pass.
At the elbow, Gilgeous-Alexander slips through, lays it in. Dame's first three of the half. Gilgeous-Alexander drives to the rim, switches to the left, and banks it in.
In his press conference earlier, which we showed a few minutes ago, Cam Reddish has a lot of skill. Speaking of skill, his footing firm. It's not like he can't dunk that. See, this is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He bumps you, and then he'll change pace.
You got to come down here and have a response.
Maxey step back three. Melton had his hands on the rebound and had it poked away. Gilgeous-Alexander, the pull up, and he gets the roll. Still going. Tucker trying to get a hand on that offensive rebound.
JoJo coming back slowly.
Gilgeous-Alexander off the window for two.
You got one eye looking ahead instead of the task at hand. And sometimes games like this happen.
Gilgeous-Alexander up and in, 27 and counting for SGA. Harden tried to bounce pass to Tucker. Williams intercepted it.
Goodness, one extra? I think there was one extra. Williams again going underneath those pick and rolls. He'll be okay with JoJo's jump shot. It's when JoJo gets to the bucket.
That one might have brought rain. Well, staying in. SGA a little shoulder to create space with Tyrese guarding him. No whistle there, but the bucket. Step back three from James Harden, shorts. SGA the rebounds.
How quick he is.
And blowing past the Sixers. Shea has 9. Embiid Harden with 8.
Ew.
Off 11 now for the guy they call SGA.
That one had a smell to it. Stank.